Good afternoon. Today we are going to discuss an important topic called escape velocity. So escape velocity is the minimum amount of velocity with which a body must be projected from the surface of a planet in order to escape the planet's gravitational field. That means it has to go from the surface of the planet to infinity. To derive its expression, we need to consider the planet, spherical planet. This may be considered as the Earth or any other planet. Let it be the center of Earth. Let an object which has to be projected from the surface of Earth to infinity of mass m be placed at the surface of the Earth. I'll refer to the planet as Earth in the subsequent discussion. Now, in order to take this object of mass small m from the surface of the planet to infinity, suppose infinity is somewhere here, it has to be provided with sufficient kinetic energy at the surface of Earth in order to take it from this place to this place. That kinetic energy will do work. That work will enable the object of mass m to go from this place to infinity. So in order to find out the amount of work that is needed, we need to use calculus, because it is not a fixed force that is acting on the mass m, because force depends on the distance between the two objects, gravitational force. At first it is the radius of the planet is equal to r. When it will go above, this distance will increase between the mass m and the center of the Earth, so the force will decrease. So it is a variable force. So variable forces work done can be found out only with the help of calculus. So in order to find out the amount of work, we first consider two nearby points which are near to each other, not necessarily near to the Earth, but near to each other, P and Q, two intermediate points. These are separated by a very small distance dx. Let dx in calculus is considered to be a small distance, and let the distance of each of this point from the Earth's surface be, from the Earth's center, be x. Okay. Center of Earth to the point P is distance x, and to the point Q also you can call x only, because it is very close. X, P and Q are very close to each other. So now the gravitational force on the object of mass m when it is at P will be almost constant at both P and Q. When you take the object from P to Q, it is a small distance over which we can consider the force to be constant. Okay, the force does not vary because it is a very small distance. If you take a subsequent substantial distance, the force will decrease, no doubt, but it is a very small distance, so force is more or less constant. We will consider like that. Now we place the object at point P, object of mass m at point P, and we find out the work done, small work done in taking the object from P to Q. Then we integrate the total work done. We find out the total work done by integrating the expression. So first we will consider the small amount of work done in taking the object from P to Q. When the object is at P, the gravitational force on mass m, which is to be projected on mass m at P, will be equal to g m by x square, where x is the distance of the object of mass m from the center of Earth, and we are considering capital M to be the mass of the planet or Earth. Okay, gmm by x square. This is the force on the object at point P. This force will act towards the center of Earth. Now to take the object from P to Q, against this force we have to do work, because from P to Q it is in vertically upward direction, and the earth is already pulling it in the downward direction, the mass m. So now we have to find out the small work done in taking m from P to Q. This will be equal to force into distance. Distance is dx. PQ distance is dx, and force is more or less constant for the small distance. That's why we can write gmm by x square into dx. This is the small work done in taking the object from P to Q. Okay. So what will be the total work done in taking the object from the surface to infinity? We have to integrate this small work done. So in order to find out the total work done to take the body from from this surface of earth to infinity, we have to integrate the expression, and the limit of x will be x is equal to r to x is equal to infinity. Okay, because when the object of mass m is at the surface of earth, the distance between the planet and the object is r. When the object is at infinity, distance is infinity. So limit of x will be r to infinity. So total work done in taking the object from surface to infinity is equal to integration gmm by x square dx. Limit will be from r to infinity. Now g is constant, m is constant, mass of the planet is constant, mass of the object is also constant. So we are left with only 1 by x square dx in the integration process. That means gmm integration 1 by x square dx r to infinity. Now 1 by x square integration is minus 1 by x, that we already know. So it will be gmm minus 1 by x limit infinity r. Okay, now we can make this r infinity and remove this minus sign. Okay, so from this we are continuing. So is equal to gmm 1 by x r infinity. We are removing the minus sign and we are interchanging the limits. Is equal to gmm 1 by r minus 1 by infinity. 1 by infinity is 0, so it will be gmm by r. Gmm by r. This is the amount of work done to take the object from surface of the planet to infinity. That is gmm by r, where r is the radius of earth. Now this work will be provided by us, who will provide the kinetic energy to the object at the surface of the planet. So we have to equate the kinetic energy provided at the surface of the planet with this work done, because the kinetic energy will only do work to take the body from the surface to the infinity. So if we consider the escape velocity to be ve, and we are providing that velocity to the object at the surface of earth, suppose at the surface of earth we are providing half m ve square. Okay, so that kinetic energy will take it to infinity. That means it will do this amount of work that we just derived, gmm by r. So we have to equate half m ve square with gmm by r. So let ve be the escape velocity, then kinetic energy at the surface is equal to half m VE square. We already know the formula for kinetic energy. So if the escape velocity is VE, it will be half mVE square. So this we have to equate with gmm by r, the work done to take the object from surface to infinity. Now this 2m will get cancelled, or VE square will be 2gm by r. This you can say one of the expression for squares of escape velocity. So the escape velocity will be root 2gm by r. Now we know gm by r square is acceleration due to gravity. Right, I'll explain it at the side. Suppose the acceleration due to gravity at the surface of earth is g. One object is pulled towards the center of earth with the weight mg, and weight is nothing but the gravitational force of attraction. If the body of mass m is at the surface of earth, the gravitational attraction between the planet or the earth and the body will be gmm by r square, and this will be equal to the weight mg, because weight is gravitational force of attraction only. So there we can cancel this mm, and g will be gm by r square. So g is capital Gm by r square, or capital Gm is equal to g r square if we cross multiply. So here if we write g r square, this part, we will get 2g r square by r. So one r will get cancelled, and we will get root 2 gr, which is a constant for a given planet. For earth it will be 2 into 9.81 into radius of earth is 6400 kilometer, so it will be 6400 into 10 to the power 3. If we do this calculation, we'll find it out as 11.2 kilometer per second, or 11.2 into 10 to the power 3 meter per second. So this is the value of escape velocity for earth. For another planet it may be different, because the g will be different, r will be different for other planets, but for earth it is this value, or we can write in short as 11.2 kilometer per second, which is a huge velocity. Thank you.